Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Taurus, this is going to be your November 2025 read. This will be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements in your chart. Welcome. Goodness, welcome back, right? Frog in my throat this morning, apparently. Thank you to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, commented, booked personal reads, made donations to the channel, for the hypes, the thank yous, all the ways you support me. So thank you very much for all of that. Taurus, anything else? Oh, personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And channel memberships are also open. That link is also down below. So with that being said, Taurus, let's get down to your reading for November of 2025. Spirit, thank you for being here with us today. Midheaven, I like this. This is good stuff. This is a way to go. Invitation to something new in your life. 9 and 10. 9, 10. Healing. 2 10s and a 9. Those 10s have been running rampant in these reads today. 110 on the clock as I say that. This, Taurus, to me feels like the beginning of a new life for you in some way. It's been marked with like a lot of, I'm hearing, where does the sun shine? So it does feel like a feel-good reading for you. Like you've done a lot of healing work. You're addressing a lot of things within yourself. Midheaven is a pinnacle point in your life where everything begins to change, and it banks on your happiness. It banks on what you desire, what you want for yourself. So I don't know. Let's see what's going on in this for you. Cats are running rampant this morning. One's sleeping, one's trying to wake him up. Train is going through. All right, Taurus, for the month of November 2025, firm. You're making some clean, clear-cut decisions. Some of you, when you say no more, like no more is no more, this Midheaven is as happy as I like to see that card. I do think that it's happiness, right? Like I'm going to say this too. It's actually an example that I've used quite a bit here lately for some reason, but you know, when people get divorced, everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes those difficulties, like I always seen it as a fresh start on life. Is it something we want to go through? No, we don't get married to get divorced, but it creates a fresh start somehow. So whatever you're breaking up from, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be a habit. It could be a pattern. It could be a way of thinking. To break that pattern is so important because it does open you up to new levels of opportunity and healing as a result of that. So it's like you've been given an invitation. Yeah, you've gained enough knowledge around something. You've got to sample something specific. You now understand it because you have history with whatever this is. Now it makes sense to you, right? So there is some healing and firm decisions that are coming through. Pollution. Look, you're leaving behind things that are not good for your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. This is real important. It's a big turning point in your life. It's transformation. It's evolution in itself. It's going to benefit you. And you're going to see how much better you feel mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you know, all the things as a result of this change that you're getting ready to make or are in the midst of making. Because I do feel like it's been something you've lived through, something you've gone through, something you've needed to come to terms with or understand. Slow moving, Knight of Pentacles, right? It's been a slow kind of sort through, kind of going back and forth, thinking about what you're doing, how to do it, how do you bring it into physical form of something here. But I do think that it's starting to play out to your better benefit. The colors red and yellow are important. So if we're looking at the chakras, that's the root, our stability, our structures. Yellow is solar plexus, having the confidence, the willpower, the general nature of life. Spirit is saying to deal with that. King of Pentacles, there you are, Taurus energy right there. So you are breaking something here for yourself. I like that for you. And is that Leo? Oh no, I'm sorry, Gemini, Magician energy. Taurus, you also just came out very significantly in Libra's reading. So I don't know if you're tied to Libra, but there has definitely been some disappointment around It could be finances, stability, heart and home, I'm hearing also. But it's like you are powering through that. There's something, Spirit's using the term magnificent, that comes in with you to be able to be so grounded, so stable, and so solid. And that Knight of Pentacles is also you. Tearing down the joint today. Oh my God. I would think it's nap time, but not yet. But these pentacles, it's kind of like there could have been troubles around money for some time. There could have been serious concerns even around job growth as well. But it's, you know, you're looking things in the eye and going, what do I need to do? What needs to change? What about me do I need to get more decisive about so that I can move forward in what I'm doing? I do feel like for some of you, a career change is either already happened, in the process of happening, or is on the horizon. It's a great new venture for you to start off on, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay, so with that, give me anything else on this King of Pentacles and the Magician. I do think you're, you know, some of you could be really looking towards making some wise investments. I think that in the past, you almost kind of hid away from wanting to have to look at something specific, but now it's just kind of like you're powered up, you're empowered to do the next thing, to not let these things fall to the wayside. And poker face, like willing at this point, Magician, to take a chance and take the leap of faith, knowing that this is going to release a past situation or past way of doing things that is going to bring in a lot of new opportunities and growth as a result of that. Okay, I'm going to, Spirit's having me jump down here to this pollution card. Health-wise, right? I can't diagnose or anything like that. I'm not a doctor. Speak to your trained professionals. But some of you could be detoxing the body, which then clears up the mental health as well. Like it's like our gut and our brain go, you know, simultaneous together. Some of you could be having some testing done for, you know, maybe parasites, infections, things like that. And taking a cleaner approach to the way that you live or heal as well. So it's more like a holistic approach is what I'm getting from this. This collection card, what is that about, Spirit, for Taurus in the month of November? 10 of Cups. I like that for you. I like that. 2 of Swords coming out sideways. 8 of Swords. I do feel like there's some, I'm going to call it opposition from external sources. It's almost like, are you sure this is what you want to do? There could be some naysayers around you saying you can't do it that way. But it does make you, whatever it is that you're doing is making you feel better in the month of November. This is all about you getting to your happiness, your fulfillment, you allowing yourself to change despite what others may think is the right approach for you. But regardless, like this 8 of Swords with this is like, you feel it, you know it, you see it, but there's something about the mental aspect of it for you that has kind of been a little bit of the hang up. Or I would even say to you, Taurus, don't share a lot of what you're doing with other people, because everybody's got an opinion on it, right? So you finally like pick the path for you, and then you tell somebody what's going on or how you're feeling, and they're like, well, it can't be because of X, Y, and Z. So then you end up becoming like your own doctor on Google, right? Go to Dr. Google or WebMD or something like that, if just using health as the example. And you're like, oh, well, wait, this person had a bad run-in with this or that, whatever it might be. It's like you have to do it for yourself. Not everything, whether it's marriage, health, your emotions, it's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to find what works for you. And I think that's been a bit of the struggle or the challenge, is finding what does work for you without the opinions of other people telling you this is what you have to do, or this is how you have to do that, or why would you do it that way. So don't allow those external circumstances to be the thing that stops you from moving forward in a way that you know feels right within you. It's like November is going to be kind of the month where you learn to, even if you've already done it before, but on this next level, learning not to allow those people to infect the goals and the progress that you're making. Okay, like don't let them be the thing that holds you back because they have an opinion about how you should be doing something. Okay, but obviously take good solid advice as well. Ten of Cups and the Two of Swords, Spirit. Have faith. Have faith that something positive is going to come from this. I said about people partying, so this is being around friends, them saying to you, oh, you've picked, you know, again, it's like, you know, somebody, let's say you're getting a divorce, right? Because I think it's something a lot of people can relate to, and or a breakup or whatever it might be. And they're like, oh my God, like, well, when I was in your shoes, this is what I did, and we went to counseling, and we did all of these things, and we really tried to make our marriage work, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that worked for them. Maybe it doesn't work for you. I'm not saying it's not worth a shot if you feel that's what you need to do. You know your situation better than anybody. But you also know where you are in your own life. You know where you are in your own trajectory. You know where you are in your own path. This outside opinion, time with friends, having all those people around you could persuade you almost back into a place that is unhealthy for you, right? So they're stringing you along under their perception of what they feel you should be doing versus what you know to be true for yourself in the month of November. And you need to do what makes you happy, what fulfills you, what you know you're doing is working for you in a way that maybe other things or other avenues or even those opinions that you've taken into consideration did not create balance for you the way that you needed to. So I think that that's just going to kind of be a challenge throughout the month of November, and kind of reassuring yourself that you're headed on the right direction. So this pollution card, Spirit, the King of Cups, could be some emotional manipulation. The Fool, careful, three of Swords as I say that. Careful with who you give grace to. Some of you could be looking to it's interesting here. Hold on. You may be going back to the source of something at some point. Like, let's just say you became a fan of Diet Coke and that's what you were drinking for a long time. It brought you some type of, I don't know, maybe you switched out from, I don't know, real sugar Pepsi to Diet Coke. I don't know if this is the best example, but we're going to roll with it. Thinking, oh, I'll get away from the sugar, and then you find out the aspartame, or however you say that, in Diet Coke is worse for you than the sugar itself that you were consuming. It's like going back to the source of something that you thought was initially wrong for you, to only realize that it was doing less damage than something else. It's kind of like reviewing the choices that you've made in the past and going, maybe I should have done more research, or I should have looked into something more, because ultimately something here has led me down a path that has caused me other problems that I didn't need, pain that I didn't have to delve through, and literally the Devil and the Queen of Swords. Something could have played head games with you, somebody could have played head games with you, and now it's like you're realizing that that particular person or situation or devil or whatever was ultimately the problem at hand to begin with. It wasn't quite as clear cut as you thought it once was. Now there's more information that comes in that gives you a different take on how you've ended up here. Or, you know, like, think about, like, over the years of, like, even, I don't know why we're going the medical route today, but we are. Vaccinations, like, you know, the autism thing is a big thing that they're talking about right now, mainstream. Where did that start from? We were told that that was, you know, to have all these vaccinations at some point was, you know, beneficial to us, only to find out years later, maybe it wasn't, right? So we're going back to the source of situations. What did they do before that? What was done beforehand? You know, so it's something like that. And I hope that's making sense the way I'm explaining that to you. But it's definitely like going back to the beginning, back to square one, and reevaluating what was right or wrong. Cut down, cut out, separation, stopping the pattern. I do think that there are some kind of talks or communication or something you're contemplating doing in talking to somebody who may come across more emotionally mature, more stable, more grounded. But I feel like there's also a little bit of a fear, if this is dealing with somebody else's, like how they're now going to view you after a period of a situation. But it's almost like wanting to reach out, wanting to maybe make amends or rectify a particular part of life. And it's like, I'm starting off on this new journey. What do I need to go back to kind of clean up, clear up, or address in regards to this particular situation for myself? but it's information. Some of you could have seen this as a competitive person or situation in your life at some point, and it's kind of like going back to, I could say, I don't know, maybe you had a group of friends, right? We'll just say you and two other friends, and that one friend really poisoned you or pitted you against this other person somehow, or that person against you, only years later to find out it wasn't the person that seemed to have your back. Now the information is coming out that that person was actually the problem, the source of the problem. So you're going back to that original friend and going, I made a mistake and I'm very sorry about that. So there's something about that type of scenario where it's kind of like circling back around somehow here, Taurus, okay? Any advice for Taurus spirit in the month of November? Narcissist, liar. I said to you, like dealing with somebody who wasn't, they were presenting themselves as, oh no, it's not me. It's not me, it's someone else. There you go. This person, this situation, the facts of what you thought were inaccurate. You're getting clarity. This firm card is like the Queen of Swords. I've seen the Queen of Swords come out for you a couple of times in the underlying energy. Earth sign, there you are, making you be a third party to a situation, or even a collateral damage to something, Taurus, as well. Any other advice? Luck is on your side in this. I do think there's a new opportunity when this gets cleared up, that you will move forward from this. You are protected by this change. Some of you could be leaving situations to get into something that you're going to commit yourself to for the long term, and even distancing yourself from old connections or commitments, because this new journey is like requiring you to pack your bag. Children could be involved in this situation, but know that like divine luck, if that's a thing, is on your side in this particular situation. Like it may be time to move, time to leave a particular environment. That you realize like the things that you've committed yourself to in the past is something you're going to need to distance yourself from moving forward for your overall this is about your overall well-being, Taurus, in the month of November. So it's really, you're looking at all of those things and deciding what is best for you. And let's get an Akashic card too for you. Let's wrap this up with that. An Akashic card for Taurus. Heart entanglement. You find yourself emotionally entangled with others' energies. I've been saying it the whole time. Some connections nourish, others drain. Untangle gently and reclaim your emotional space. Lost signal. You feel abandoned or disconnected from your purpose. It is not gone. It is waiting for you to recalibrate. Stop, listen, and realign your internal compass. And underlying messengers of seeds, new ideas and subtle whispers are arriving. Be curious, record every inspiration. They are messages from your deepest soul, remembering. Untangle yourself in the month of November, Taurus. That's your job. I'm sending you all so much love. Again, personal reads are open and available. That information is found in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon.